Hey guys, it's Edie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we are going to be doing June's TBR. I'm going to be using my TBR jar, which has different prompts in it, and then I'm going to be choosing a book that correlates with the prompt. I pretty much do this one every month because I just find it so much fun doing it. So I'm going to pick the first prompt. The first prompt is one of these ones, this one here, which is, I'll show you guys first, an Afterlight book. Okay, so those are up on my bookshelf at the top shelf behind me, and that is, Afterlight is a monthly subscription, or you can get special editions from them. So I'm going to choose one of those books to read, so let me go have a look at which one to pick. So I'm going to pick Fan Service by Rosie Dinan. All I pretty much know about this one is it's a werewolf romance. I can't remember which month it was, but I know it was very recent. It was it might be March's book, but I'm not sure. Just look at the naked hardcover. I am just in love with it, and it has cool end paper artwork. I don't know if it's different on the back. Yeah, it's different on the back. And like I said, all I know, it is a what did I say, werewolf romance, I believe. So I'm going to read the blurb so we can get a better understanding of what this book is about. He's not a real werewolf, he just played one on TV. The only place small town outcast Alex Lawson fits in is the online fan forum she built for the Arcane Files, I believe that says, a long-running werewolf detective show. Her dedication to achieving fictional supernatural lore made her internet famous, even if she harbours a secret disdain for the show star Devon Ashwood. Never meet your heroes, sometimes they just turn out to be the worst. Ever since his show went off the air, Devon and his career have spiralled, but waking up naked in the woods outside his LA home, with no memory of the night before is a new low. It must have been a coincidence that the 1 in a century wolf blood moon crested last night. The claws, fangs, and howling are a little more difficult to explain anyway. Desperate for answers, Devon finds Alex, the closest thing to an expert that exists. If only he could convince her to stop hating his guts long enough to help. Once he makes her an offer she can't refuse, these reluctant allies lower their guards, trying to wrangle his inner beast. Unfortunately, getting up and close and personal quickly becomes back to bite them. So it sounds like basically he's this famous actor who plays a werewolf, and then he kind of turns into a werewolf somehow, and he goes to, what's her name, Alex, to get answers from her, because she is maybe some sort of an expert on werewolves. So I am very excited for this, because the original cover of this book is just so cool, and when I heard Afterlight were doing it, I was like, this just sounds really interesting. It's just such a fun book. So the second prompt is going to be this one, which is a book with a blue cover. Okay, so any of my books that have a blue cover, I'm gonna go with The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, because I believe this is the first book in this series. I don't know what this series is called at all, but I've read every single one of Abby Jimenez's other books, and I absolutely love them, and this is the first series she's ever written, and I haven't read this one yet, so I really want to get to this one. I don't know nothing about it. Maybe it's something to do with friends to lovers because of the title, The Friend Zone, but I literally have no idea what any of this is about. And look how floppy this book is. If you're from the UK, you know we don't really get floppy books, but this is so floppy. But anyway, let me read the blurb. He's the best man, and that's the problem. Kristen Peterson is perfectly fine. She has friends she'd fight to the death for, and the very best dog in the world, Stuntman Mike. Everything's calm and peaceful in the world of Kristen until she starts to plan her best friend's wedding and meets the best man, Josh Copeland. Josh is funny, sexy, stands up to her sarcasm, and is always one snack ahead of her hungry. Even Stuntman Mike adores him, but he wants a big family, and Kristen knows children are probably not a part of her future. She's sure he'd be better off with someone else, someone who can give him everything he wants. So Kristen keeps him at arm's length in the friend zone, but as the attraction grows, it's harder and harder to resist falling for the man who seems to be everything she's not allowed to have. It is kind of maybe like a friends to lovers. He gets put in the friend zone. I am, like I said, I'm very excited for this because all of Abby Jimenez's other books have not touched on tougher subjects, but like there's characters that have ADHD, anxiety, all different things like that. And I feel like there's always like bits that are represented in her books that don't get represented enough. So I'm very intrigued to see if this series has any of this, and I think I said it before, but this is her first series, so I don't know if it will, I don't know, but I am very excited for this book. So the third prompt is going to be, oh, this one here, and it is a book with an odd number of pages. Okay, so it's got to be a book with an odd number of pages. So I'm going to go with a book that I've already had on a previous TBR, and I never actually read it on that previous TBR. No reason, just didn't get around to reading it. And it is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Forquet. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but that's that. And if you don't count all the pages at the end, which I never do, I always do it to the last page of the story, it is, I don't want to like try to spoil anything, but it's 315 pages. And I don't know much about this, like a lot of the other books that I always pick for my TBR, but like all I pretty much know is it's about fairies, so let me read the blurb. Emily Wilde is good at many things. She is a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. So when she arrives in Handscale village of, oh god, this is like something I can't pronounce, I'm going to put it on the screen because there's no way I'm going to pronounce that, the name of this village. But anyway, Emily has no intention of befriending the gruff townsfolk, nor does she care to spend time with any other new arrival. Her insufferably dashing rival, Wendell Bamblery. But as Emily gets closer to discovering the secrets of the Hidden Ones, the most exclusive of all fairies, she also finds herself on the trail of another mystery. Who is Wendell Bamblery, and who does he really want? To find the answer, she'll have to unlock her greatest mystery of all time, her own heart. So she's writing a book about fairies, and I think this is also kind of a romantasy as well. I'm not really sure, but I know a lot of people do love this. I believe it's more of a cozy fantasy rather than like a high stakes sort of fantasy. So I'm very excited for this because I want to read a bit more of cozy fantasy, just a bit cozy, and I don't really know, I'm just very intrigued, very excited about this because I do know quite a lot of people do love this book. So the fourth prompt is going to be this one, which is, I think that's the right way around. So this is the lowest rated book on my TBR. Okay, so basically what this means is I'm going on my Goodreads and I'm going to go to my TBR because I've got like a shelf for my TBR, and we're going to pick the lowest rated book on there. So change that to average rating. Wait for that to load. It's on the highest rating, so we're going to reverse it. And the book at the top is, that's a Christmas book. I can't really read a Christmas book, can I? So the next bit down is Capitana, I believe that's how you pronounce it, by Cassandra James, and I believe I might have that as an Afterlight exclusive, so let me go get that. And this is the book Capitana by Cassandra James. Don't know much about it. Maybe she's some sort of pirate because it's called Capitana. I don't know. So let's read the caption. I was about to say caption. Let's read the blurb to find out. Justice will be served to pirates and their sympathisers. Ximena Rail has spent her life training to become one of the black cloaked, because I can't pronounce that word, cazadors? I don't know, probably wrong. Suffering hunters who capture the pirates, plaguing the Luzan Empire. But although Zamira is the top candidate at La Academy, that will not be enough for a daughter of the notorious rebels, pirate captains who excused from their crimes. I'm really struggling to pronounce some of these words, so sorry, but anyway. So when Gaspalara is the most famous pirate in Lusa history, attacks the capital, Zamira offers to catch him in exchange for being named as Cazadora. The Empires accept one condition: she must compete for her cloak against Dante Laloon, the pompous an infuriating son of the High Minister. Knowing this is her chance to prove herself once and for all, Zamira must set out on a dangerous quest across the archipelago to hunt Gasparilla. But no matter how far she sails, her family's pirate legacy continues to haunt her, and she has to question the very law she always fought to uphold. So it sounds like another romantasy. I'm not going to look at the reviews to see what people don't like, but it's very low rated for, well, not low rated, it is low rated like as an average rating, but maybe I like it, maybe I won't, I don't know. But that is the 4th book. So the 5th prompt is going to be this one here, and is, which I think that's the way around, a book you have not heard many reviews about. That's probably quite a few books on here, but so a book I haven't heard many reviews about is Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Singleton. This book came out last year, and I was going to read it last summer, but I never got around to, because this is the 3rd book in. I can't think of what this series is called. It doesn't say anything in here, but it's the 3rd in a series, and I did like the first 2 in the series, so I am very excited to get to this one. And I feel like this book is probably perfect to read around this time because it's coming into summer, so I am very excited. So let me read the back for you. Summer nights can be full of surprises. As a single, unemployed, unapologetically 25-year-old mess, I come to the Hamptons this summer for one reason: to focus on myself and work out my quarter-life crisis. I don't come here planning to sneak into a private party and meet a handsome stranger. I definitely didn't come here expecting that stranger to be Preston Rhodes, billionaire and superstar quarterback of the Manhattan Mambas. And that's not even the crazy part. He asked me to be his pretend girlfriend for a week. While his family is in town, he needed a date for his sister's wedding, and I'd never turned down the opportunity to be spoiled by a rich man. The only thing is, Preston is not very good at pretending. Now, instead of discovering myself, I'm spending the week discovering what life would be like with him. Instead of focusing on me, I'm focusing on how he looks at me, how he touches me, how he wants me. But now neither one of us is faking it. I only hope that we can hold on to what we have thought, the bright lights and summer nights. This sounds so good. It's like a fake dating, and because they're going to his sister's wedding. I knew he was going to be some sort of billionaire because this is like a billionaire series, but it sounds really good. I'm very excited. I feel like, well, one of my favourite tropes is like marriage of convenience, and I feel like it kind of also falls under fake dating because they're kind of similar, because they're both like faking something, or like, if you get what I mean, they're like the tension because they have to be together and pretend they're together, but they're not really, and I just love that. So I am very, very excited for this. The 6th and final prompt is going to be this one, which is, I think that's upside down. There we go. A book with 2 people on the cover, so that is probably going to be a romance book. I am going to go with Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and this is the, Eternal Embers edition by Eternal Embers and Larry Reeds. And I just think this is such a cute and like pretty edition, and I am very excited because I know a lot of people like this book. I believe it's quite maybe a sad book. I don't really know because I don't really know that much about it, and there doesn't seem to be a blurb on the back, so I can't really read anything. Is there a blurb in the back of this book about the author? No. Let me get it up on my phone so I can read that to you guys. When Bree Prescott arrives in the sleepy lakeside town of Pleasant, Maine, she hopes against that this is the place where she'll finally find the peace that she is so desperately seeked. On her first day here, her life collides with Archer Hale, an isolated man who holds a secret agony of his own, a man no one else sees. Archer's Voice is the story of women chained to the memory of one horrifying night, and the man whose love is the key to her freedom. It is a story of a silent man who lives with the excruciating wound, and that the woman who helps him find his voice. It is the story of suffering, fate, and transformative power of love. So it does sound very, very quite sad, but I'm very intrigued, very excited, because it's got a very, very high average rating on Goodreads, and I'm just intrigued because everyone loves it, everyone's read it, and I haven't read it, so I'm going to hopefully read it this month. Hopefully I'll be able to somehow involve it into a reading vlog, because I feel like this is a book I need to record and film my reactions over. So those are all the books picked for my June TBR, so let me just go over each one of them again. So the first one is Fan Service by Rosie Danan. Then we've got The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. Then we've got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett? I don't know. Then we've got Capitania by Cassandra James. Then we've got Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Singleton. And the last book we've got Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and in the comments below put which book you're most excited to read in June. And if you haven't already, do subscribe so you can see more videos from me, and you might even see a couple of these books in reading vlogs in the month of June. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!